goes on to tell me about the Winstead Wild Man, which I kind of knew a little bit about. What he said was that he's hunting for him, and that he's recorded sounds, and that he's done interviews with other witnesses. My guest is Jeff Messenger. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Hello, this is JJ. To this day, I don't know for sure what was visiting my old home that I was forced to sell last summer. Not because of any unusual activity, but because I couldn't afford the maintenance on the roof and other things that needed repair. I've always been about gathering evidence. I mean, ever since the ghost hunting days. So I just can't make any huge claims about something that's unusual or extraordinary and not offer evidence. Now, the trouble with the evidence is that it's not conclusive, and people can be like, well, you faked that. And I can't, and there's no objective manner in which I can prove that the audio that I share is not faked. All I can do is assure you that it is not faked, and I think it would be stupid and embarrassing to fake evidence and try to promote a scam on the internet. That's embarrassing and it's silly, and I wouldn't do that. So, what was visiting the old house over a series of 3 or 4 successive summer times, leaking into the spring and autumn, usually subsiding during the winter? I don't know. I can't say what was visiting or what the intent was. I never really felt threatened. I never really felt in danger. Maybe I should have. I don't know. There's one particular night in our household. I was taking care of my elderly mom, who was deep in her 80s with various disabilities. She would sleep in a reclining chair in the living room because she couldn't lay down on a bed. It was too uncomfortable for her to lay on a bed, so she would sleep in a recliner. And the living room area would get most of the activity outside of the door and outside of the windows. There'd be some window peeking on occasion, and there would be slaps and knocks on the door and on the exterior of that room. And once in a while you could hear light footsteps on the roof. Now, my mother, thankfully, she wasn't too frightened by the activity, although it would cause some concern on occasion. On this particular night, where I set an audio recorder outside because of all the unusual events, on this particular night, something came by and slapped the barbecue grill loudly. Now, the audio recorder is set in the barbecue grill, so it's like it's responding to that device, and it gives the top of the grill a good slap. And then in the distance, you can hear what sounds like an owl, and the owl is screeching. But then the third sound doesn't sound much like an owl at all. It sounds like a woman. So a high shriek that transforms into a human sound. Very unusual. And that's right after something slaps the grill. Then something ends up slapping the house minutes later, and my elderly mother was awakened, and I was sleeping in my bedroom on the first floor, and she yelled for me, "Jeff, Jeff," and she was saying, "There's something growling outside." And on the recorder, I wasn't picking up the growls yet, but I did hear the slap on the recording. So she ends up turning on the television, as a comfort mechanism. As I step out the door and explore the area and don't note anything unusual, I try interacting with what's out there, and nothing responds. So I return to my bedroom, and I don't fall asleep though. We're both alert at this point. It's the middle of the night. She's watching the TV. You can hear the murmur of the TV in the background on the recordings. And something near the grill ends up speaking. And it's extremely low vibrating voice. And it actually vibrates the metal of the grill. I like to joke that it sounds like it's saying J.K. Rowling, I have no idea what it's saying. So, what was the intent of these visits? Well, I would leave gifts in the small freshwater spring behind the house, containers of honey each week. And on occasion, I would find feathers or birds' nests in response on the trail that I would usually walk. So I considered the interactions friendly. Of course, I may be wrong in that. I may be wrong in that regard. It's hard to say. Was the slap on the house a hello? Was it a thank you? Or was it come on out so we can dine on you? I have no way of knowing intent. I had no way of knowing what exactly was going on with what was in their heads. Some people say that these unknowns from the forest are dangerous and malevolent, possibly demonic. Others say they are benevolent and they're an ancient people, or they're spirits that reside in the forest. Interdimensional, whatever. I have no way of solidifying any one theory. I gravitate towards the ancient race people theory. That's my pet theory, but I have no way to substantiate it. Please leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your opinions. I would like to know what you think about this. Thank you very much. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And thank you for supporting my site.